take us to another level of his work. It is a blessing and an honor and a privilege to be physically alive, to even be able to say the things I'm saying to all those who may be listening or see this particular video. And I'm sorry that I don't have the type of charisma and wording and all the flowery words and the adjectives and adverbs to make it sound so beautiful, but I'm just telling you from my heart and my spirit that I don't know anything but the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I dedicated my life to do it, and anything else I can do to help anyone in this work. And I always offer my services to everyone that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan says he would put in over any department. I always try to call them and ask them and let them know that I'm available to do anything I can to be of service. Whether scrub the floors, wash the dishes, whatever it is, I'm available, because there's no job too little and no job too big to serve the God, Master Farrakhan Muhammad, and his message to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan. I see them as one, and they are one within one, and that's the three in one, because they all have one mind, and there's not but one mind, that's the mind of Allah, and the Master has that mind, and the minister has that mind, and we are becoming resurrected to fulfill, and once we complete our resurrection, as the minister says in the study guide, like the first one, he said, resurrection ends when you become one with Allah. So I'm still in the resurrection process of becoming one with Allah. And I pray that Allah that keeps me here to be a better service. And I want to thank the minister so much, which I can't find the words never to talk to the minister. I always be at a loss of words when I get around the minister, because I see him, it's like being the Spirit of God being right in your presence. And I never have, I can say this, I never have worshiped Minister Farrakhan as a physical person. I never worshiped him as being Minister Farrakhan in person. But I respected and honored and glorified my submission to the God that he represents, and the Spirit of God that he has permeated so many people's lives with. I evolved into that as the same as I did with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I was saying to Brother Hannibal, other time that I met the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is time when he came to California to speak at the Olympic Auditorium, which used to be a boxing ring, and Allah blessed me to be able to shake his hand at a very peculiar situation, which was the meeting was over with, and security with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad somehow got separated. And I, being a military man, we said the best to leave, I was going to be out where the cars are to see them off, to make sure everything goes off. So when he closed, I left the auditorium to go out to where the cars were supposed to be. But when I got there was nobody there. But this one limousine drove up and stopped. And Muhammad Ali's brother, Rahman, was driving the car. So I knew him, he knew me. So I was standing on the side, and me and another brother, who was a processor brother with me in the mosque, we looked at each other and said, "Where's security?" So I said, "Brother, we're going to have to get security to the security shut up." He said, "Okay." So we stood by the door of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he looked up, then he rolled the window down. I said, oh man, what have we done? So when he rolled the window down, I'm looking at the security, because security don't know this other brother. And they see his brother, they know the message there, we don't know how they're going to respond. So I'm concerned about that. But the messenger put his hand out the window to shake our hand. So I forgot about all that there. I shook the messenger's hand. And he looked not at me, he looked through me. And shook his head like this. And I said to myself, all praise is due to Allah. Thank you, sir. But not a word was ever transpired. Never word was spoken. But he kept holding my hand. So he eventually let my hand go. As soon as he let go of my hand, I mean, cars came from everywhere. And the window went back up, and I said, rock my security. So he pulled out, and it took off. I stepped back and said, all praise is due to Allah. That was one of the highlights of my being in the Nation of Islam, being that sacred moment of him holding my hand and nod, give me a nod, like, whatever it is, it's all right. And I felt like they said for the meaning of FY, the men that belong to the Nation of Islam, I felt like I belonged to him. I belong to Mr. Parker. I don't have no life of my own. I don't have no will, no desire. I do things, but I wait for his instruction. I'm waiting now for his instruction. And we should all be waiting for the instructions from the Honorable Mr. Parker. He's given us instructions already. And as soon as we can obey them, the faster we can make progress. And the youth, as that coming in, if they can see that Mr. Farrakhan keeps saying it's time for him to go. But to me, he can't leave until he fulfills all his scriptures. Of course, he knows that too. Dumb as I am, if I know it, I know he knows it. But I'm reading the scriptures and certain things that it says about him, he's fulfilling each one of them. And I read 1 Corinthians 15. It told, when he gave the timeline when the end will be. It could be to that timeline. And he has to do certain things, as those of you we can read 1 Corinthians 15, especially from verse 25 to 28. It gives you, it ends with God being all in all. That's Allah. So that, to me, let me know that we have a lot more work to do in this government, and we don't want to fall victim to the history that we have in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the only way we can do that, not do that, is follow the ones who Minister Farrakhan has said that he can give anything to Brother Burvey and Brother Ishmael. And Allah will bless him to make it happen. Those are not his words, but that's what he said when Brother Burvey gave that thing. Of course, you can go back and look at it yourself. But that's what I got from it. I'd already knew that about Brother Ishmael, because years ago he had already said he's going to groom Ishmael. And Ishmael had become his student just as he became a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I look at Mr. Ishmael as being a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, even though Ishmael is minister's domestic son. He's a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Honorable Minister Farrakhan, as he carries on the mission of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And for the last